this episode of Finno-Ugric Machining, we are going to make the shaft which connects those two eccentrics in this crafting die press. Well, it's a simple thing. It's made out of cold rolled mild steel, and there will be oil holes and some flats in that. That's it. Some lathe job and some milling. Let's start with that one.
Yahoo!
Well, 275 millimeters. Let's see if this is all right. Okay. 175. Right. There. About there. Yep. So 275, but I want to give it some extra, 5 millimeters maybe. Yeah. There you are. Yeah, this is 16 millimeter cold rolled mild steel. Nothing exotic. And now just hacksaw it. Oh, let's lock it. Help. Wow. My face scraper went down. Well, there it is. Now just checking it here. Should go with, this is a 16 millimeter collet. Well, it goes there. Now just tighten it here. That's more than enough. Then let's see about the speed. It's now 178, so I will choose here a little bit more, 850, like that. Well, facing this end first. Well, the surface is really rough. Let's see if the tool is. Yeah, that's the reason. This tool is, I have to turn the insert. Yeah, and then you check that there really isn't anything in between. And there you are. Let's see now. Yeah, definitely better. And then let's, so this is the final surface, so now I should find one tool, this one. This is a chamfering tool. I just chamfer it very gently. Well, okay, let's unlock this carriage now. There. Then it's just a very high chamfer in here. Like that. Just to take away the wood. Oh yeah, okay. You are there. Now I just turn it around. Like that. And now we do the same thing again with that tool. Face it again. With that. So, and then we start facing it. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Well, the length seemed to be 278 millimeters at the moment. So 3 millimeters away from that surface. So let's go with that. First I just touch it. And then I zero my compound dial and then we go. I think you can cut 0.5 millimeters, let's see. Yeah. Goes faster this way. That was first millimeter. Compound so that I'm trying to think very consistently here. I'm still feeding manual. Yeah. Now it should be in correct length. Let's try another part of this less. Yeah, that was way different. Yeah. Okay, that's it. And now, well, I will drill a 4 millimeter hole here, 35 millimeters deep. Well, let's start with this center drill. Make a start point for our hole there. No more is needed, really. Then we have to drill 35 millimeters. Okay. And this is not, it needs to be about 35 millimeters. That's it. Okay, this is now the other side, and now I'm doing a very similar job here. I will first, oh yeah, and I lowered the speed quite a lot. And this, the depth of this hole is actually will be 60 millimeters, so it will not be done with this drill. I just start it with this, but I will then go on with something else. It will be a parabolic thing. Okay, that's enough of this. And then let's take the actual drill. And it's this one. As you can see, it's a very much longer one. This is a 4mm parabolic something. I don't know what's the real. So let's start by setting it like this. Well, now and then we go. So it will be 60mm this one. It should be now. Okay. Well, now we need to make two flats. In this one, those need to be 10mm wide and 2mm deep. And the first flat will be, well, it starts from 25mm, and since it's 10mm long, I just mark just mark the approximate places here so that I know where to clamp this. So it's it's about here is the center of the first flat, and the second flat is 265. 265, it's quite here actually. So those are the flats. I think we also need to, because we need all the travel we get from this thing, I want to put it as far as possible in this direction. So now I clamp it into place. Well, yeah. This is 0.1mm thick copper film. So I put one here under, near that one, maybe there, and then another here under, maybe there. Yeah, okay. Now it should protect it from getting scratched. Well, I spent quite a while for since this was actually cold rolled mild steel, I spent some time by sandpapering it and making it really smooth. So now, next step, let's have some of those there. One. And another, like that, maybe there. Well, I probably must move them a little bit this way, because I'm not sure whether this has the room to go around there, so okay, then we have this. And finally that, and we have one of those. Let's see now. This might be a little bit awkward to set up properly. One. Now it's level, but since we have that there, maybe that much. Like that. Yeah, okay. Then we have this thing. No. Okay, now. Hopefully it, yeah. And yeah, it will align itself in the groove, so. And these are just, well, the major thing about these flats is that they must be on the same plane. If they are not, this will not be a very good thing. It's essential that they are really on the same plane. So therefore I clamp this quite tight here, and therefore all this protection to keep it from scratching it. Okay, and now I look here that these are okay. I'm pretty sure it doesn't come out by itself. There you are. And now it's there. It's quite securely in place and doesn't rotate or anything. Hopefully not. So then we need to check the end of this, and for this I'm using this unit, Edge Finder. It's a 10mm collet. Okay, then let's go up. And this is the only measure I need to take. The start of this rod. Yeah, now I need to switch to mill on. There you go. Then this likes some speed, so let's put it on high gear. Maybe a little bit more speed, like that. Let's see. Oh. Zero my dial here and test it again. Yeah, we got it right in the first time. Well, yeah, like that. And then, well, yeah, it's 3mm that way from that point. So, oh, it's locked already. So, 1, 2, 3. Now it's directly on top of this. And there we are. Now I just reset my dial here. That's the 0. And then I will set up this dial here to some convenient place. Then let's change the real mill. Well, this is a 10 mm carbide end mill which has a radius of 0.5 millimeters on the corners. Then, there you are. That's it. Okay. There you are. And it looks to be in the correct place. Let's try to touch. Okay. Well, now it touches. So, then I zero the Z and advance, well, it was 2 millimeters. So, that's 1.5. That's 2. Then we do this. That's the first flat. Then next one is, this is our other flat. Well, there you are. That's all there is to do. Well, not in that. Okay, now I'm drilling a hole into that center hole. This is for delivering the grills in there. So I have aligned the drill with that hole. This is the eccentric, and I'm using it as a drill guide here. So let's go. Okay, now I try to be very careful with this one. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's true. Didn't grip too hard. Wow. I was afraid that it would grip really hard. It doesn't need to be really exactly where. Yep. So the milling machine is not very good for drilling. Okay, yeah, now it went. It gripped a little bit, but not too badly, this one either. So, and now very, very carefully not to mark the surface. And I take a round file. And there is that thing. Do it like this. This will remove the burr and also guide the crease. Okay, there you are. Yeah, just made it so. Now it is. Okay. Yeah, there you are. Yeah. There you are. And now this is the last oil passage. Not oil, it's grease passage. Ooh. Wow. Oh! Wait a minute. What was that? Is it not? Now it is. Yeah. No. It's not. Oh. That's the correct place. Okay, we are through. Yeah. Yo! Place it in horizontal position. Tighten very gently. Take a round file. There you are. Yeah. Now I'm plugging this hole. Well, I'm using these. This is a DIN 9 taper pin. And it goes there like that, but there isn't taper yet. So I need to make one for this. And yeah. So I'm using this, which is DIN 9 taper reamer. And well, this is iterative process. You have to check it every now and then. How deep does your pin go? So, well, not very deep yet. Okay, I think we should be a little bit deeper now. Yes, okay. Now it's deep enough. I probably have taper about 10 millimeters from the end of the shaft. Well, of course now this pin is way too long because there is this hole which the oil should go in. And now if I put this pin there, it will block that hole right away. But since it's possible to cut these pins, so now I'm just marking it where to cut it, and then I cut it. So it goes that deep there. Okay. I make a little marking there and hope it stays there as well. Yes, it does. Okay, it penetrated all over the place, so I need to cut it somewhere there. Okay, now I just cut it. Yeah, okay, there you go. is cut. And now I have the leftover of this pin. I can use this somewhere else, so I don't throw it away. Then we need a good hammer, like that. And yeah. Oh, I would like to see whether it really blocks the hole or not. Therefore I rotate it in a position so that I can see that it doesn't block the hole. That would be really bad. And now it goes this end in. Yeah. There it is. Now we need a magician to get this out from that hole. Yeah, well, a few more clicks just for the method. Yeah. Okay, let's ream it. Yeah, you can see it's doing its job. Yeah, wow. It went oh man! There you can see how fast this is doing. I didn't ream a lot. Well, I need to take a longer version because of that. Get it out from there. That. This should be. Yeah, and it's never reaching the end. Huh. Yeah. I'm pretty sure those won't come out. And they block the crease now so that it goes where it is supposed to go. Yeah. Now just in the lathe I will get rid of these excess pins here. Well, I'm cutting off this excess from there. And since I'm using a hacksaw here, I'm using a rubber mat over my waist. So if I stumble in there, nothing bad happens. So I just cut the excess away from here. That's it. And that one is so small I can have no use for that. And then let's do the other side as well. Oh. Yeah. Oh, wow. There it is, and now the rubber mat no more needed here. Well, yeah. So let's then face those. And now we will see whether this is a wolf or a big rabbit. So yeah. Well, I have some grays here. I would like to put now some grays on those so that, well, yeah. Okay, first one, then the other one as well. Oh man, not that much of grays. Okay, oh, where is it? There. And then this one goes that way, I believe. Yeah. Well, man, where is it? There you are. I have to remove this one. Sometimes these chips are just horrific. They give you, like, you need tweezers to get them out like that. Okay, done. Well, they give you feelings that are not very good. Okay, and then the other one as well. I don't want to tighten them fully at the moment, just about there. Like that. Huh. And then, well, this side is this, and now we have here some grays as well. Well, it went, huh. Oh man. It's a little bit tight now. Well, grays has such an effect. Okay. And then this one goes that end first there. Like that. And then we could... And now comes the nice part. You can... you remember there was this hex set screw. Now that's there. Well, it's a little bit tight for some reason now. Well, maybe it becomes a little bit looser. Maybe. Or then it becomes looser. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Let's see now. This is... I have to put that a little bit lower. Ah, I can't. Okay. Hopefully this goes there. Yes, it does. Wow, it works. I thought that this might be binding all the way, but it's not, actually. It works very nicely, actually. So now, let's see if I can have this on. What I want to check here now is that when I tighten these, like now fully, to their final positions, I should be still able to rotate that one. So that it doesn't bind. I'm expecting that it will bind a little bit more. No, not much. Well, it binds, but not much. Actually, well, this is okay. This just means that it stays in the position where you put it. Well, now we have a very good shaft. Well, as simple as it was to make, well, there are certain things which you have to think ahead when doing things like this, like blocking the holes and making the holes, and these flats you need to have here, they need to be on the same plane, etc. So, well, yeah, so, well, yeah, in the next episode we will be making, well, first of all the handle for that one, and the next, maybe also, if we have the time, and we certainly will have, to make the upper roller. Well, that will be some really tough material. It will be chromoly, and well, there will be a hole through it, 17 millimeter hole through the whole thing. Well, that will be mildly said fun. But till then, bye!